Good morning, bigots. How's everybody doing this morning? It's a beautiful Saturday morning. And I'm going to say right this. I am happy to be here, proud to serve, because there's a lot of good stuff going on. It's Valentine's Day. Stop apologizing to people who deserve to be punched face, right? That's the way we've got to look at things anymore. That's the way we need to look at things right now, is that the game is over. They literally hate us. They literally hate the way that we live. They hate what we're doing. They hate our way of life. So why play their games, right? I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with this whole thing. I'm gonna put these headphones up. They're driving me crazy. But it just seems like for a long time that we conservatives, whatever you want to call us, are the ones that are constantly giving up ground. And I'm kind of tired of giving up ground right now. I'm at the point right now where I just can't do it anymore. I can't play their games any longer. And it looks like Roger Stone, I think he came to the conclusion a bit earlier than we did, right here.
But the question is, and I'm going to let Jacob take over because I really am running out of steam. Why would somebody who is allegedly a nationalist, somebody who's allegedly against the globalists, somebody who's allegedly pledged his loyalty to the president, meeting with a man who, according to the Miami Herald, only recently was caught trafficking 80 underage children of both sexes to his pedophile buddies around the globe? Why would you meet with such a person? What productive purpose could you have sitting down in the home of such person if you weren't begging for money? So those conservatives, those nationalists, those Trump supporters out there who think Steve Bannon is a good guy, Sloppy Steve is in bed with Jeffrey Epstein. You need to be asking him why. But the question is, and I'm going to let Jacob take over because I really am running out of.
What do you think about this? How's the audio? Let me know how that audio is kicking. But that's Roger Stone back from 2018 that he was calling out Sloppy Steve Bannon, right? This is ludicrous that a lot of us didn't know this. I didn't know this about Steve Bannon. I had no clue. Roger Stone's smart political. If you like Roger Stone, type 1. If you don't like him, type 2. I haven't researched a lot of Roger Stone, but I have researched a lot of Steve Bannon. And the Roger Stone situation, or Bannon situation, has warranted a lot of questions to be asked. The guy apparently had 1,900 emails that he responded back and forth with Bannon, or with Epstein, sorry, Jethro Steen. There's a lot of people that are taking advice from this guy. Okay. Question for you right here. For the Trump haters in the chat. And I know we've got a bunch. For the Trump haters, what could he do differently that would get you to like him? Let me know in the chat, because I think this is a social experiment right here. There are some people, I got to speak properly, even though I'm a redneck from Lower Alabama. There are a lot of people in the chat that will never like the president of the United States. Absolutely never. Right? Roger's been around since Nixon. I believe he was part of Nixon's White House staff. There's a lot of people that, given the opportunity to answer this question, cannot answer the question. They cannot answer this simple question. Last night I had a guy on the chat. His name is Cody Dennison. He is a NASCAR driver, and he asked me if I would like to have a sponsorship on his NASCAR. And I said yes. I am getting my name on a NASCAR for the 2026 season. And I don't know what we should put on there. Maybe like rest in peace, Rush. Maybe like Rush is alive. I don't know, maybe the channel name, but I want to get my name on this NASCAR. Nixon face tatted on Stones. Oh, that's pretty good. That shows you like him. Wow, man, I love it. I do like as well. I like the people that come in the chat and try to be sarcastic, and they try to engage, because I will back and forth with anybody. You all know that if you watch my show, I'll chat with anyone. But I love it when people come into the chat and try to be a little spicy, and then whenever I throw the spice back in their face, they're like, "Oh, watch it, man. Watch it. You crossed the line." Right? It's so funny, the thin-skinned people in the chat. Here, let me show you something. Let me liven you up a little bit. And before I come on every show, any channel I come on or on my show, I always listen to Don Williams, "Lord, I Hope This Day Is Good." I listen to that before every show. And every day I listen to this song. This is amazing. This is the chaos that we're witnessing right now. The control under chaos is masterful. You see this? Control under chaos is masterful. Watch this. Enjoy is all I got to say. You like this? Do you like this? The kid is ice cold. He is ice water. I love it. I love it, man. That little things like that make me happy. Now, I want to show you the irony here. And some of you might get offended. I don't care. I'm at that point in my life where I just don't care if I offend you. Bannon's awesome. Whoever said Bannon's awesome? Simon, tell me why Bannon's awesome. Why is Bannon awesome? Is it because he was trying to make a movie to normalize Dirty Jeff? Tell me why Bannon's awesome. I think there's a lot of people in the chat that would know that, or would like to know why you believe. Whatever title you use, be positive, Ben. Oh yeah, be positive. Be positive. Yeah, we're going to be positive. There's too many trolls in the chat for me to not be positive. I already had to get rid of like 3 before the show even started. I had to get rid of like 3 trolls before the show even started. I want to ask you a question here, and this is a legitimate question. I'm going to get serious for a second. Do you believe Don Lemon was wrong or right in what he did storming into the church? Let me know. If you believe what he did was right, feel free to chime in. But there's protesters now outside. You can't make this up. Protesters outside of Don Lemon's arraignment are waving these things. Is this irony or is this justice? I kind of think it's irony.
Protect the press! 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 Protect.
I think it's kind of fitting. They're yelling, "Protect our press," while holding up some pretty grotesque toys. This is pretty funny. We got 2,500 people watching this morning. Thank you. And they're calling, man, these people are demonic. What is wrong with these idiots? I don't know. They're waving something. Here's the irony, and I don't know if I'm going to offend anyone right now or whatever. I don't even know if I should say this. Do you want this honest feedback right here? 1 for yes, 2 for no, because I could very well piss all of you off with this one statement. I could very well piss you off. Why do lesbians have these for toys? Why do they choose these for toys if they don't like men? Have you ever thought about it that way? Why do they choose those for toys if they don't like men? Does that make any sense to you? It's pretty ironic. And it's pretty ironic that they are cheering for a guy that likes those, Don Lemon, very openly gay. Are they teasing him? I don't know if they're teasing Don Lemon. They're like, hey, we're teasing you with a good time. If somebody, when I got arrested in France, I was out drinking, driving through a little town called Rouen. This guy spit in my face while I was on my Harley Davidson. And I got off and massaged his face with some knuckles because I felt like he needed a face massage on his knuckles. Or I think he needed a face massage with my knuckles. And if there were people waiting outside of the jail cheering with vodka bottles, I would have felt encouraged to do more. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? I would have felt encouraged to do more. But that's just me. I'm a sick and twisted, sarcastic submarine guy. That's just my opinion. They were throwing him in the police. Right, okay. Pretty interesting that they would do something like that to the police. I think it's strange. I think the news media is complicit because none of them will ask that question. I feel like George Carlin or Andrew Dice Clay right now, right? Pucker up, Lemon. Uh-huh. Scott said nothing you could say could offend me. Good. If you're here to be offended, you can find something to be offended by. You can damn sure find it. I will give you ample opportunity to be offended this morning. Let's go here. Pass that sucker. When a valid ID is required, when it's not required. Boarding a plane, getting a prescription, applying for a job, cashing a check, applying for food stamps, driving, getting married, adopting a dog, buying alcohol. I'm sure there's some other stuff. The older days was better. Everybody says that. Everybody says the older days were better. Really? I don't know about that. I think we were oblivious to things happening during the older days. We were less aware. Right? I think we were less aware of what happened in the older days. You may offend me, but I know I'm not special. Barbarian King, you are very special. That bus that picked you up that was shorter than all the others, you were a very special individual. You were so special. Who sang that song? So special. I'm special. I can't remember that. You want to see some special people? Here we go. Rumors are circulating that this is the Democrat ticket for 2028. Yes, please. Yes, please. Crystal going to the ER. She's so offended she's going to the emergency room. This is the Democrat ticket. What should their campaign slogan be? I don't know what what the best campaign slogan would be here. I don't know. Lines are we're going to take some phone calls here in a few minutes. I like to run through a bunch of the news. I like to incite you all. Get the pitchforks burning, the torches. 50 Senate votes for the Save America Act. Yeah, we need that, guys. We need the chat is flying. Should I slow the chat down a little bit so people can see it? I don't know if I should slow that down a little. Let's see here. Car number 2, flush them, Ben. Yeah, I already flushed 2 people this morning. I got fed up with Johnny Ballgame. I'm just tired of the negativity. Go be negative on your own. I'm not here to win friends or influence people, but I know a lot of you all in the chat know each other, and you're not here to be chided and insulted. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I know a lot of you don't want to see insults and all the negativity in the chat. So that's why I just got rid of the guy. I just fed up. I've given him multiple chances, and he continues to just show how low IQ he is. Join the channel as a member, get in the private chat. I always try to get, today I'm going to try to get 10 new members. 10 new members today on the channel is what I'd like to get. The one thing that is really going to help me do that is sharing the videos. Let's see here. Sent you a message. If you send me an email about a bank and you want me to call you, I feel like it's a trap. If you have information and you sent me an email, just email me. I'm not going to call you so that you can tell me something about a bank. This is the email. Hello, I have some very interesting information that I would like your opinion on. It's about a large bank and illegals. I just need to know I can trust this email. You could also call me. I'm not calling you. I'm married. I'm not calling a woman. My number is blank. My husband's is blank. Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. And then the reply, this is Sean's wife. I thought I sent you that message from my Yahoo, but even better. We are watching your 9 a.m. podcast. So just email me the information. I don't need to. I don't know, man. It's not some secretive stuff, but whatever. Feel free. If you want to email me some information for me to share to the group AA style, I'm happy to. I'm going to show you something here real quick. This is what we're doing right now on the channel. We're trying to get this across the finish line. So far, I'm going to get this updated. We've saved about $180,000 for members on the channel. All they've had to do was just call the number above, 332-867-1305. All you have to do is call that number. They're going to help you save money on whatever Medicare plan you're on. In doing so, they're going to add to that goal. When we hit $500,000, they're going to donate $10,000 to a veterans charity of my choice. So not only are you lowering your Medicare cost, if you're enrolled, about to enroll, maybe you're already on a plan, make sure you're on the right one. Like 9 people called from the show yesterday. So we'll get that number updated. They've gotten people gym memberships, all this other stuff, all covered under your Medicare plan. Forgive Chapter a call, 332-867-1305. Feel free. It'll help the channel. Number 1, it helps the veterans cause. Number 2, it's free. Number 3, it's going to save you some darn money. Okay? It's going to save you some money. A little more of the voter ID. Do you think Democrats could elect AOC and Kamala without voter ID or with voter ID? If they got voter ID, could Democrats win with voter ID? Let's try this. Will Democrats win with voter ID as a law? Yes or no? If you're truly a Democrat, if you truly believe the Democrat Party is the answer to all of your problems, if you truly believe the Democrat Party will take care of you, save you money, close the border, if you really believe that, then the answer should be yes. If you really believe the Democrat Party has your best interest at heart, it's a simple choice then, right? Simple choice. Let's go here. This is Mitch McConnell 9 years ago, 2016.
The president said last night at a reception with congressional leadership that between 3 and 5 million illegal ballots were cast, causing him to lose the popular vote. Is that true?
I can just tell you that on the whole issue of election fraud, which our Democratic colleagues always argue is just fiction, there are people literally in jail in Kentucky for this kind of activity. It does occur. There are always arguments on both sides about how much, how frequent, and all the rest. But most states have done a better job. Most states have done a better job on this front. But the notion that election fraud is a fiction is not true.
The president said last night at a reception with congressional leadership that between 3 and 5 million illegal ballots were cast, causing him to lose the popular vote.
Sorry, I had to get a refill. I had to get a refill on the coffee there. What do you think about Mitch McConnell? Mitch. I think he's named Sugar Booger Mitch. I'm drinking. Somebody asked me in the chat what kind of coffee I drink. I drink level 3 coffee right here. Good friend of mine. He's a retired Green Beret. There's a link. I'm sure one of my moderators will share it there. I'm sure that one of them will share that. Do you think Mitch McConnell is right with voter ID? He says the notion that election fraud is a fiction is not true. So he admits that there's election fraud. I think Mitch McConnell was, I think he's like 137 years old. I believe he was a senator when Abraham Lincoln was in office. Right? I think he was. I think he was a senator when Abraham Lincoln. When did he first get elected? Somebody in Kentucky will know the answer to that. We got 3,000 people watching. We're on other platforms. We're on Kick, Twitch, Facebook, Rumble. We're everywhere, man. We have got people chiming in from freaking everywhere. Put in the chat where you're watching from. Maybe you're watching in I don't know, Texas. Put in where whatever state you're watching in. Maybe you're in a state of confusion. Maybe you're just in a state of confusion. But Trump is finished playing games. And it's never been more evident than right now with the recent statement that he just put out. Trump just went full, I don't know what I want to call it. But let's just go here. Let me find this article that Trump just posted this. Where is it? I know we'll find it. Sorry, I'm ill prepared. But Trump's basically saying he's going to go nuclear. He is not playing games. He is just going to institute voter ID no matter what. He's saying it's going to be at the ballot box before anything. He's just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm totally done with everything. Here we go. Right here. Trump vows voter ID for the midterms with or without Congress's approval. Let me make that larger there. We'll blow that up. I don't even know if they allow me to say that word. Do you support this? Put ICE at the ballot box? I think he goes military. I want some SEAL Team Delta bros at the ballot box. Trump wrote in a Truth Social post that there will be voter ID requirements for the 2026 midterms. Does that mean we can be complacent? No. He says whether Congress approves them or not. Do you think he's going to put the military checking ID like it would be where you get on base? I think that's the simplest solution. On Friday, True Social post, Trump, the Democrats refuse to vote for voter ID or citizenship. Their reason's simple. They want to cheat in elections. This was not our founders' desired. I have searched the depths of legal arguments, not yet articulated or vetted on this subject, and will be presenting an irrefutable one in the very near future. There will be voter ID for the midterms, whether approved by Congress or not. Also, the people of our country are insisting on citizenship. No mail-in ballots. With the exceptions, he specifically uses the word military, disability, illness, or travel. Thank you for your attention to this matter. President DJT. Gosh, I love it. I love that this is what we're doing. The SAVE Act could very well save our country. Gosh, I love it. Do you live in a state where there's no voter ID requirements? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'd love to know if you live somewhere that doesn't have voter ID. 1 for yes, 2 for no. We are rumblers from Southern Illinois. Good morning, Midar. Yeah, I got a lot of rumblers over there. A lot of rumblers. Man, you guys are kicking butt. Thank you so much. Make sure you join the Patriot Club over on Rumble. You guys got to do that. You got to help me out over there, okay? We got to grow that platform. But I'm telling you right now, there's some people in here, there's a vast majority. Let's just do a poll. Let's do a poll. The current poll is current poll right here. Will Democrats win with voter ID as law? 8% of you say yes. 8% of you think the Democrats are going to win. Let's do this. Do you have voter, I can't spell ID, voter ID where you live? Yeah, and it's probably racist. You probably live in a racist state. You probably live in a very disgusting part of the country that requires voter ID. But I'm telling you right now, my hopes are high with this one, guys. When the president comes out and says, when Trump comes out and says it's happening, I kind of believe it's going to happen, dude. I kind of believe it's going to happen. That's just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Because we've got to fix the elections. If we're going to have a secure country, we have to fix the elections. We have to control who's counting the votes, how the votes are counted. It's the only way. I've always had that same question about, yeah, Sheila. It is weird, isn't it, Sheila? Ben, what lens do you have on the camera? Email me. Email me because I couldn't tell you. My buddy Jameson's Travels helped me set it up. I have no idea. I don't have a clue. I'm a redneck, a low-tech redneck. You know, Star Trek meet redneck. That's basically where I'm at right now in life. If it works, it works. Right now, it seems to work. But I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go. So we talked about that. Let's talk about this a little bit. You live in Virginia, communist state of Virginia. Virginia Supreme Court allows redistricting. Virginia Supreme Court's allowing redistricting. Virginia Supreme Court on Friday allowed a referendum to pave the way for a new congressional map that heavily favors Democrats. Who would have guessed? Gerrymandering, I believe, is the term. Somebody will probably know the real word for that. When you have time, Todd Bone, Southern Swamp Music, good guitar. I'll check it out. Peggy. Voter ID and paper ballots. No Dem will ever win a national election again. Chuck and Hakeem know it. Virginia, you got problems. Why are Republicans not playing for keeps? That's what I'm kind of bothered about. Budapest Memorandum. No idea what that is, other than I know I'm hungry, and I think Hungary is in Budapest. Slogan, dumbbells driving to something short bus. Yep. Slogan, we don't need discs to screw the USA. We don't need a disc. I have no idea what that means. Trump girl. Thank you. We need more Trump girls in the Discord. Become a member. Trump girl. Ben Dykes news inspired by Rush. I listen to Rush Limbaugh reruns all the time. Connie, thank you for the super chat. For the sponsorship, we're going to get the name on the car. We're going to get the name on the car one way or another. One way or another. Do you think that this is the right move for Virginia? What are Democrats going to do? I don't know. What are Republicans going to do? South Carolina has voter ID to register and to present at our polls. Good. Tom and Bella, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much for the dogs. I got my coffee going. Let's keep rolling. Let's see here. This was AOC went to Germany. Mary Klein, what are you doing with all that stuff there? Don't spam the chat with emojis, please. But okay, let's go here. AOC, everyone's favorite bartender, right? Everybody's favorite bartender. See what she said.
Would and should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
I think that this is such a, I think that this is of course a very longstanding policy of the United States. And I think what we are hoping for is that we want to make sure that we never get to that point. And we want to make sure that we are moving in all of our economic research and our global positions to avoid any such confrontation and for that question to even arise.
What?
I feel like I've just been unburdened by what has been. I feel unburdened by what has been. Jack Cunningham, thank you for the super chats there, or the memberships. This is insanity that this lady could try to give an answer to a question, world stage, when asked simple foreign policy question. She could not even answer the question about what if the United States should commit troops to defend against China. She melted like an ice cream in Alabama in August. Wow. And that's who the Democrat, this probably seals the deal. AOC Gavin Newsom ticket. An AOC Gavin Newsom ticket is probably what's going to really happen. Right. Let's talk about another disaster. Ro Khanna, Thomas Massey, named 4 men unrelated to the Jethro Steen. They're going to get sued, and the United States taxpayer is going to pay for the lawsuit. We're going to be on the hook for this. This guy's a Democrat.
And ignored the Epstein files and called them a hoax. But I'm not willing to do that. I've met with the survivors. This is personal to me now. And so, it's true that my political career is on the line, my political life, but my own health and well-being could very well be too. I've upset a lot of billionaires who obviously aren't of high moral character and have done some really shady stuff and ignored the
right. Yeah. Wow. Thomas Masshole, is he a Democrat? Yes or no? The people that support Thomas Massey are really ravenous. It's almost as bad as the people that supported Joe Biden. They can't give you a reason they support Biden, but man, they stuck with that guy thick and thin. Thomas Masshole knows Q is real. Oh, here we go. We got one. He knows Q is real. Hello, Dave. Q's here. Q is in the chat. Right? Q's in the chat. Wow. Okay. That took a turn. That took a real turn. This guy right here could be vice president. Cory Booker, Cory Booker could very well be vice president. Tommy for Trump. What's up, brother? Tommy out there in Antifa land, fighting Antifa. How's Travis doing? Send him some lube. Maybe we should use the super chats to send Travis some lube in prison. Sandpaper. I think that would be good lube for Travis. I think that would be very good. Look at Thomas. Look at what Cory Booker said here. This is classic.
What do you mean when you say that you believe in the great replacement theory?
Senator, thank you for that question. This refers to the intentional demographic replacement of Europeans in Europe. It was invented by Renaud Camus, who was a French scholar.
You think there's an active effort to, quote unquote, replace Americans right now?
Senator, I think the Democratic Party, through its immigration policies, has certainly shown signs of that.
And I don't understand that. So you are saying that if more Americans are Black or Latino Americans, that somehow weakens America because it puts whites in a minority. What do you?
How many of you in the chat, yes or no? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Is the replacement theory real? Or you can type yes. Is the replacement theory real? Let's try this. Is replacement theory real? My opinion, buckle up, pepper your anus, get the lube, bend over, here it comes again, Bohica. Replacement theory is real as F. The replacement theory is real as F. My thoughts, we're seeing it in real time. Biden put it in place. Whoever was pretending to be Biden made it happen. Whoever they put in place to be Biden made it happen. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You don't allow 30 million illegals in if you don't have a plan for them, because they reproduce like rabbits, like rats, like ferrets, like 2 rats in a wool sock. That's how fast that they reproduce. That's how fast they reproduce. My rumblers, do you think it's real? Replacement theory? Is that a question? There's a lot of people that will disagree with you. Ben's preaching facts this morning, pure blood. I don't know if I'm preaching facts. I'm giving you my opinion. My opinion is the replacement theory is real. Because you, American patriots, you're not as valuable whenever you know the game. 3-card Monty out on the street, right? As long as you don't know the game is rigged, you're going to play. Once you see the game is rigged and understand all the cards are the same, you quit playing. The scammers run out of ways to make money. Thank you for the super stickers and super chats. In Spokane, new member. Thank you very much. Once you understand the game, Trevor, thank you so much, Trevor, for the vets. Great show. Trevor, God bless you. Trevor, we need to get together and have a cup of coffee. I know you live just north of me. Up in you're around the border, Bentonville, Arkansas. I know you're in Arkansas. I can't remember. You told me one time. But I believe the newcomers are coming to replace and work for less money. That's exactly right. They are coming to replace you. If you want to feel comfortable that it's not happening by ignoring it, you can ignore it. You can ignore it. Uh-oh. Hold on. This is hot off the press. Well, it came out yesterday, but this is mega MAGA. Trump on Friday said we will issue an executive order laying out voter ID. So the people replacing you might not get to vote. Federalize elections? I'm okay with that too. Let's see what these clowns are going to say.
Under the Save America Act, individuals will be required to provide that proof of citizenship in order to register, and on election day, required to demonstrate voter identification.
The purpose of the SAFE Act is to ban non-citizens from voting in federal elections and also to implement some kind of voter ID law where you would have to show your driver's license when you go to cast a ballot.
Somebody said, not sure if Trump can do it, but nice thought. If he does it and some judge stops it, it goes to the Supreme Court. If you didn't remember, Trump put 3 justices in the Supreme Court. Once it goes to the Supreme Court, then we find out what the Supreme Court rules on it. And I guarantee you that this is going to happen. Look at Gaza, definitely replacement theory. Europeans replace Native Americans. Yes, it is for real. Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Sin. I think this is real, guys. I think this is real. Let's go here. TSA warning of long waits, delayed flights. Don't care. Trump says he'll issue. Oh, we got that one. I don't care if the TSA is shut down. I do not care about that. One freaking bit. Democrats are horrible, disingenuous cheaters. I saw that comment. The United States took out another drug boat. I'm all in. United States strikes another drug boat in the Caribbean, killing 3. I could watch these all day. I think I could watch these all day. Y'all want to see this? Let's check it out. Let's enjoy this together. Oh, look at that. What a beauty. Making waves. Winning friends. Making waves and winning friends. Trump is feeding the fish. He's actually saving the environment by feeding the fish. Love it. Somebody says I'm related to Rush. I don't know about that. I have no idea. Let's go see what Fox News is doing this morning. See what Fox has got on the boob tube.
Darren Porcher is a former NYPD lieutenant and U.S. Army veteran. Darren, do you believe, because we're learning that Google is still trying to pull more video, potentially audio, from these cameras at Nancy's house, how long could that take?
Well, when you look at the beginning, it took them upwards of 9 days to pull the video based on what we.
I hate to say it, I don't care. But I do think by the insane amount of coverage that Fox News has put into the Guthrie crap, by the insane amount of coverage that they have put into this, look at this, CNN, almost no coverage of this. Almost no coverage. There's one with Harvey Levine, TMZ. By Fox News putting all the coverage onto this, they've set a standard that the next American citizen that goes missing, we should have the FBI involved. We should have every stinking news outlet there. Josh, what about all the other missing people? They don't care about you, Josh. You're being replaced, dude. We just explained it. They don't care about you. But Fox News has become unfreaking unwatchable. Unwatchable. Or it's unwatchable for me. Here, let's check out this latest story on this. This is good. 2 people taken into custody after SWAT raid. FBI raids Tucson residence. Right, this is going to be good. Let's go here. They got the 10 up.
We don't know that that's exactly what they're looking into, but that was what we saw on his shirt, at least. That's, again, that.
They stopped a Range Rover. Do you think it could just be drugs that they stopped? This doesn't have anything to do with the Guthrie case. These people are reaching for clicks. That's what I think. I believe they're reaching for clicks. Just my opinion, but prove me wrong. I just don't understand at what point when enough has been enough. When we reach the point that enough is enough as the American people. I'm at that point right now. And I know a lot of you are. It's like, what are you more overwhelmed with in the news? Let's do this. Let's do this in the chat. I want to get a poll in the chat on this one. Which story has become more unwatchable that you don't care about? This one or this one? Which story do you care the least about? Jepstein or Guthrie? Because both of these, to me, I am fed up with. I am fed up with both stories. Are there interesting things coming out? Yes. But I'm fed up with it. This guy's dressed like damn General Custer. William Kelly, the radical who stormed the Minnesota church during the anti-ICE protest, just stormed out of court, screamed for more violence against federal agents. Right? The resistance is real.
My name is William Kelly. I'm a combat veteran. I'm a patriot. I'm a lover of the Constitution. I'm an ally to my Black, Latino, and indigenous people. I will not stand here and be intimidated by Pam Bondi on her persecution of these patriots, of these freedom fighters, of these journalists who are brave enough to document what we're doing in this city. What is happening?
He's talking about Don Lemon, the brave journalist.
Happening in Minnesota is a resistance against tyranny, a resistance against fascism. And the absurdity of us being right here, right now, the peaceful 9 being persecuted, while the murderers and the executioners of Alex Preddy and Renee Good walk free, not only walk free, but are still working for the federal government. This is madness. It's time to wake up, Americans. It's time to get off your couches and stand with your brothers and sisters in solidarity. All power to all the people.
There you go. Power to the people. That's a real American move right there. Fist power. Power to the people. Right? I changed the poll. Are you fed up with Jepstein and Guthrie? Right. This is the story. This uprising of people. So somebody said he was a combat vet. I have no idea. He got him a new shirt. He looks like some Civil War reenactor, like he's LARPing as a Civil War type of thing. I can't get my head around it. Here's one for you. I think she realized she messed up and she's back. What do you think before we play this clip, what do you think of Marjorie Taylor Greene? We got any Marjorie Taylor Greene supporters in the chat? Do you love Marjorie? Do you hate Marjorie? I'm a Marine Corps vet, 7579, didn't like Thune or Bannon from the beginning. McConnell put Thune there. He did. Thune's probably working for McConnell. Semper Fi, Benedetto. God bless you. Is that guy a freedom fighter? Is Marjorie a freedom fighter? Is Steve Bannon a freedom fighter? Is Candace Owens a freedom fighter? Who is your favorite freedom fighter in the chat? Who do you look to as like, man, that guy's got my back? I'm thinking Brandon Gill. I'm thinking Tim Burchett. I'm thinking Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. I'm thinking Tulsi Gabbard. I'm thinking RFK Jr., Ted Nugent. Yeah, Ted Nugent. I think my buddy Doug in Exile, freedom fighter. I think my buddy Neil Johnson, freedom fighter. Something said, Ben, could you slow the chat? Oh, yeah. Let me do that real quick. I'll slow the chat down a little bit. Where do I do that? Let me slow the chat down. It's on a 10-second delay. I'll put it out to 15. There we go. How about that one? How about that? That'll slow the chat down a little bit. Jesus, why am I being blocked for putting Jesus? And you're not being blocked for putting Jesus. But I will block you if you put something stupid. Actually, nobody's blocking anybody in the chat. See, I typed Jesus too. Look, Jesus. There we go. Went right through. Jesus. For those of you illegals, you pronounce it Jesus. That's probably the difference in conservatives and Democrats. We pronounce the word Jesus. They say Jesus. That's what I think. I think they say Jesus. We say Jesus. I might have just solved the entire problem in America. If you use the word Jesus, you're probably a good person. Here, I'm going to put this. Join the channel. Memberships. There we go. Memberships keep the channel alive. We've almost reached our goal of 20 super chats this morning. I'd love to get more. Chat is still streaming by fast. I can't help it. There's a bunch of people in here. I think there's like 4,000 people watching. So yeah, the chat is going to go fast. Let's go here. Support the channel. Become a member. There we go. If you become a member over on Rumble, you get access to the Discord chat or Discord server as well. Okay, let's go here. Marjorie's back.
There are a lot of Republicans, Trump supporters that are like, listen, we care about the Epstein files and we care about holding people to account, but it feels like the Democrats just really think there's something in there about Trump, or there's something that they can make look like it's about Trump. That's kind of where I sit. I think that if Democrats had some kind of a smoking gun on Trump, it would have been out a long time ago. They wouldn't have had to go to the lengths that they went to with the Stormy Daniels and the mugshot and everything that they did to that man if they had some kind of smoking gun there. So I don't think there's anything that implicates
to
Trump.
Your point, and I've said this over and over again, I've even said it since the president turned on me on this issue. The Epstein victims themselves, they call themselves survivors. They have said over and over, they said it at the press conferences we did in Washington, D.C. They said President Trump did nothing wrong.
There are a lot of...
Is she trying to get a little bit of redemption here? Is she trying to give a little bit of redemption? I don't know here. What does this say? I seen this morning there are 6 people in Trump's cabinet. That's in the Epstein files. Bondi and Brennan being 2 of the names. Lawrence, do you really believe that? Do you really believe it? You can believe whatever you want. Believe whatever makes you feel comfortable. It seems like all the news is a distraction from the stolen 20 election. LD77. Let's see here. You're also an idiot. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That. Don't know if this is them. Agreed, Ben. Okay. Got to be some stoned fish. I think Marjorie's trying to get back in the fray. She could very well run for governor of Georgia. I'm done with Marjorie. I'm very disappointed with Marjorie Taylor Greene because I actually donated to her campaign, which really bothers me that I gave her money to run for office. But I did. I will openly admit that she fooled me. She actually fooled me. I'll admit it. I was wrong. She got me. Right? I don't know what you think about Marjorie. There's a lot of people. If there's a lot of people, it seems like in the chat that she fooled. Mark Wayne Mullen. I'm on the fence about Mark Wayne Mullen. I'm on the fence about Mark Wayne Mullen. Because just 6 months ago, he did not sing the song that I like to hear. I'll tell you that. He was not my, not my person. There's been inserting into info about Guthrie's husband and Epstein. Really? Okay. I don't care about Guthrie. Tom and Bella, $5. Ben, you're a freedom fighter. Virginia, I'm a horrible human being. $5 out of Canada. Thank you, JB. Appreciate it. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is running out of gas. Let me show you this. Donald Trump posted this on the White House page. You notice the blue-haired, sweaty, large people? I don't know what to call them. WhiteHouse.gov. I love this. This is a throwback to National Lampoon's Vacation. She's over there drinking a Diet Coke. Is that a Coke or a Diet Coke? I think it's Coke. Coke in the bottle, too, glass bottle. And you got the two blue-haired liberals with a marathon sticker. Have either, look at the 26.2. That's a sticker typically if you've ran a marathon, you put that on your car. Do you think either one of these two morons have ever run a marathon? The irony in that joke is amazing. I love it. Either one of them run a marathon? No chance. Wow. Gosh, I love this. I love my channel. I love all of you in the chat. Here we go. Stacy, she said she was scared for her life, but stayed until she got her pension. She did insider trading. She left before her time was up and opened a seat for the Dems. Tracy, I'm giving it to you.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
I'm giving it to you. Yeah. I'm going to put my mailing address there at the bottom of the screen. I get stuff mailed to me all the time. If you've got something cool you want to send, if you want to send some donations, I get stuff all the time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mark Wayne Mullins, I still kind of, I'm still kind of on the fence about Mark Wayne. I don't know what any of you think, but that's just my opinion. Let's go here. I'm going to refill my coffee while this clip plays. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here real quick. I think I've got something lined up for a nice little clip while I refill the coffee. Yeah. And if it's shorter than, we'll try to get this real quick. Let's go here. This is a Valentine's Day message from Ben Shapiro.
I have a very special message today. This one goes out to Candace Owens. I know that you felt very hurt, Candace, that I made a few lighthearted jests about your inability to pronounce basic English and also German words. So hurt that you said I wanted to use the hard R. Candace, I was wrong. Anyone can make a mistake, but I'd bet Brigitte Macron's balls that eventually you will be able to pronounce words like
blitzkrieg, macabre, the architecture, posthumously, compartmentalize, kerfluffle.
Oh, but you were right about one thing. I did want to use the hard R. You are retarded. I have a very special message today. This one goes out to Candace Owens. I know that you felt very hurt, Candace, that I made a few lighthearted jests about your inability to pronounce basic English and also German words. So hurt that you said I wanted to use the hard R. Candace, I was wrong. Anyone can make a mistake, but I'd bet Brigitte Macron's balls that eventually you will be able to pronounce words like
blitzkrieg, macabre, the architecture, posthumously, compartmentalize, kerfluffle.
Yeah, somebody said Ben just elevated, in my opinion. I'm now a Ben Shapiro fan. After he came out with this, oh, let me hide the comments. Now that he came out with this, I'm a bit of a Shapiro fan now.
I have a very special message today. This one goes out to Candace Owens. I know that you felt very hurt, Candace, that I made a few lighthearted jests about your inability to pronounce basic English and also German words. So hurt that you said I wanted to use the hard R. Candace, I was wrong. Anyone can make a mistake, but I'd bet Brigitte Macron's balls that eventually you will be able to pronounce words like
blitzkrieg, macabre, the architecture, posthumously, compartmentalize, kerfluffle.
Oh, but you were right about one thing. I did want to use the hard R. You are retarded.
I'm now a Ben Shapiro fan. Has Candace Owens damaged MAGA? I think she's done more damage to Trump's campaign and to MAGA than the Democrat Party could ever accomplish by themselves. Just my opinion. Y'all like the furry teddy bear sort of furry sweater I got? You like that? It's like teddy bear material. I'm a big teddy bear. Ben is the only one damaging MAGA. Oh, I think we hit a nerve. We've got some Cantifa people in here. I think Candace has changed a lot. She's now going after victims, which I find really weird. Candace is now attacking a widow, and she's been doing it for a while. And I don't understand why she has went after someone that just had their husband killed. It's up to you. That's just my take on it. I don't trust Candace Owens. I think she is I think she went too far. She went too far. She went from asking questions to just literally going too far. And some of you are going to agree with me. That's okay. I don't care. I just don't care, but that's my opinion. And maybe some of you like me because I try to provide my opinion. And I'm going to give you my unfiltered opinion. Right? I'm not going to just tell you what I think you want to hear. I'm going to give you my opinion. There's some channels that are afraid to actually share their own thoughts. They just run with some talking points. She acting like an ex-girlfriend scorned and couldn't get the guy back because now he's dead. Whoa, Tina. Let me give you that one, Tina.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Yeah. I agree with that. I completely agree with it. Let's go. Okay. How about this? How many of you are ready to pay Minnesota? You ready to pay Minnesota? Minnesota is about to get some checks
to pay up. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry and Governor Tim Walz are now demanding federal dollars to cover what they call damage done by ICE enforcement. Listen.
We've seen
at least $203 million in economic impact in just January alone. And so we're calling on the federal government to fully step up, to provide direct financial assistance to our city.
The federal government needs to pay for what they broke here. You don't get to break things and then just leave without doing something about it.
Wow. Here to react is Laura Trump, host of My View. And Laura, of course, Tom Homan announcing that Operation Metro Surge has ended, withdrawing the large footprint of ICE officers, but leaving in place some ICE officers to continue immigration enforcement after Operation Metro Surge nabs 4,000 plus illegal criminal aliens. What do you make of that from Waltz and Fry?
Griff, it is pretty rich to hear that now they all of a sudden care about money. Wait a minute, where were the leaders there in Minnesota whenever billions of American taxpayer dollars were stolen because of rampant fraud within their state and their communities there? Now, all of a sudden, they care. And, you know, if they want to look to where all of this originated, let's go back to what those individuals themselves did. They encourage resistance and obstruction of law enforcement and law enforcement operations there in Minnesota, there in Minneapolis. That led to riots. That led to assaults. That led to destruction of property. So maybe they want to turn around and look in a mirror. And what was it all for? Because this president wants to enforce the law. This president wants to ensure that we have secure borders, that we get criminal, violent, illegal aliens out of our communities. And as you just pointed out, yes, thanks to the ICE operations there in Minnesota, now we don't have murderers, rapists, pedophiles there by the number of 4,000. They got 4,000 of these people out of the neighborhoods and communities there in Minnesota. The truth is that these people on the left cannot handle law and order. We know that they wanted to defund the police. We know they are fully against ICE now. We know that they can't handle anything that this president does, despite the fact that it has been great for the American people. You've seen violent crime drop around this country to the lowest level since 1900.
Yeah.
I would suggest that if Tim Walz and Jacob Fry are hard up for cash, maybe they can go to one of those Minnesota Leering centers. I hear, Griff, they are ripe with money to give to the people of Minnesota.
Yeah, you would have thought it would have been a thank you from Fry and Walz for removing those illegal criminal aliens, putting the community in danger, but instead they want to send a bill. Hey, let's talk about what's coming up today on My View.
Yeah, tonight.
What do you think, guys? Does Minnesota deserve tax money? Does they deserve money from somebody in, let's say, Alabama, Roll Tide, to rebuild their city? I don't think so. I don't think Minnesota deserves my tax money or your tax money for what the governor and the mayor allowed to happen. Now, 4% of you in the chat, 4%. So what is that? 4% out of 500 votes. What is that? 10% would be 50. There are 25 people in the chat that think Minnesota deserves. Johnson said WE in the chat. We might go ahead and vote him, nuke him. I don't think Minnesota deserves any of my tax money, guys. I live in Arkansas. Why should my federal tax money go to Minnesota? Are you freaking joking? If you voted to send your my tax money to that, I'm going to ban you from the channel. If you want to send tax money to Minnesota, type the number 1. Type the number 1 if you want to send tax money to Minnesota. Please, I dare you. I dare you to say that you voted to send money to tax money there. They've got all these billions. Daniel McKay, you want to get banned? I'm happy to nuke you. There we go. Let's just nuke you for 5 minutes. Right? There you go. We got rid of a troll. They called themselves out. John Gillespie, you want to send money to Minnesota? Time out. There you go. There you go. That's how this works. I don't want you sending my tax money to Minnesota. Somebody named Asylum. You want to play the game too? Perfect. Let's go. Time out. Because my tax money doesn't go where they allowed the city to be destructed. What about all the money? The fraudulent Somali money? If they had that back, they could probably you broke it, you fix it. I like that comment, Terry. Terry, I like that comment. That is very powerful. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh, somebody said something. I think I got insulted. I think I just got insulted. Hold up. Dave, your no BS way of running your channel makes it the best channel in my opinion. Dave, I got no time for BS. I got no time for BS. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. But I'm not going to oh, Dash Hound Lover. Another one, Ben. Let's get rid of Dash Hound Lover. Go sit in the corner. Doug Duncan. Go sit in the corner with your people. Dash Hound Lover. Go sit in the corner. Time out. You're dumb. Go think about what you did wrong. How about that? You thought you were going to get a little prize, didn't you? You did. Happy flush. The coffee is always better when you put dunce hats on people. I love that. It's Whack-A-Troll. Man, I'm a genius by just asking a question. They outed themselves. They outed themselves. Shoot me an email, veteranbiker1@protonmail.com. Feel free. They outed themselves. What a powerful move that I made. It's almost like Trump said, hey, I might be in the files. Do you want me to release them? Oh, man, I love it. I absolutely love this. This isn't my job. I think that's why I love it more is because it's not my job. Maxwell was on the 9/11 commission. DeLay and Maxwell. Maxwell. Which Maxwell? Ghislaine was on the 9/11 commission? No. No, she was not. No, she was not. Give me a break. Let's go here. Let's go here. Nick Shirley is at it again. This time he is in California. Somebody said I'm a troll master. I'm going to give that one to you.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
There we go. Somebody says I pay Minnesota state income taxes and don't feel they deserve it either. Well, they're going to get it. Probably will. They probably will. I'm a troll master. I like that title. Troll master arriving. Ding, 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 ding.
¿Ustedes son de Colombia? Sí, somos colombianos, no escuchan la música. ¿Y a cuánto tiempo ustedes llevan aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Llevo 2 años.
Cuando ustedes vinieron aquí a los Estados Unidos, ¿pensaban que iba a llegar aquí a este punto, a vivir aquí en esta calle?
No, pensábamos que iba a ser una vida diferente.
O sea, vinimos a cambiar la vida. Pensaba que íbamos a cambiar nuestras vidas, no íbamos a estar así como perros, no es como estamos como perros. Porque no somos animales, somos seres humanos. Pero, coño, mira a los niños, tenemos los niños aquí, ¿ves?
So here on Skid Row, we got migrants that came here from Colombia, and there's little kids here, and they live inside this tent. I imagine they didn't expect their life to be like this when they crossed over the border. ¿Ustedes pensaban que cuando cruzaron por la frontera, eso iba a ser la vida?
No.
No. Y Dylan, ¿te gusta vivir aquí?
He should be careful. He's got one of those exploding microphones that some of the conspiratards think killed Charlie Kirk. He's got an exploding microphone right there. For the Cantifa, they blame that microphone on killing Charlie Kirk.
¿Cruzaron por la frontera? ¿Eso iba a ser la vida?
No.
No. Y Dylan, ¿te gusta vivir aquí en los Estados Unidos? No. Ya, entonces ustedes pasaron por mucho para llegar aquí a los Estados Unidos, claro. Y ahora está viviendo en carpas aquí en uno de los más peligrosos lugares en todo el mundo.
Sí.
¿Y tu calidad de vida está mejor aquí que fue allí en Colombia?
En Colombia, estoy 1000 veces mejor en Colombia.
What do you think about this? Very dangerous of him using that exploding microphone for all of you candidates, right? Now he's out there interviewing people on Skid Row. They came here from Colombia. They thought they were going to have a better life. They wound up in a tent. You know what happens if we get voter ID? These people don't come here because the Democrats will not want them. They become useless to them. Man, he better be careful with that exploding microphone. Those are dangerous. Those are dangerous. Nick, what a hero. I agree. I agree. Very good hero. You don't want my opinion on Mormonism. The chat, somebody said Mormons are smart people. Very well could be smart people. I don't disagree with that, but you do not want my opinion on the Mormon religion. You do not want it here. Let's see here. There we go. Somebody sent me a test email. Tested. There we go. Replied. George Fowler. I'll send you your test email back. This is a weird situation because I believe California spent millions, billions on homeless people. Right? I believe so. Let's go here. You want to join the channel as a member, feel free. I would love for you to help what I do. We also have to change the census not to count illegals. Mormons got some crazy rules. Read your Bible. Read the Bible. How about that one? Mormonism was predicted in the Bible too. Mormonism was predicted in the Bible. Did you know that? Here, I'm going to give you a little education real quick. Let's go here.
Side of the New Testament.
This is one of the guys I follow. I like this guy a lot. You might not like what he says, but it's my channel, so I don't care. Right? I don't care. Watch this. Let's make sure we got audio on this one. Let's go. Let's roll this. I'm going to grab a cup. I got to grab a snack.
The birth of Mormonism was literally prophesied in the New Testament. I'm gonna let that sit. Joseph Smith, as a teenager, he starts doing something, they called it treasure digging or glass looking. He was using quote unquote special stones to try to locate buried treasures. In his teen years, he gets arrested and tried for quote unquote being a disorderly person because what they considered him doing, this is really important, was a form of fortune telling. So bookmark this. This is really important. From an early age, kids walking around with these little special stones trying to, through some spiritual way, figure out where buried treasure is. Bookmark that in your head. That's a big deal. So the Bible explicitly warns have nothing to do with witchcraft, spiritism, and the occult. People ask, hey man, is that stuff real? Yep, it's real demonic. Then you got this kid. He's messing with these magic stones, trying to spiritually discern where things are. Why? Because the kid started opening himself up to demonic spirits by messing with things when he's 15. Let's go a layer deeper. So in 2 Corinthians 11:14, number 1, we're told that Satan, quote, masquerades as an angel of light. In 2 Corinthians 11, for if somebody comes to you and preaches a Jesus different than the Jesus we preached, or if you receive a different spirit from the spirit you received, or a different gospel from the one you accepted, he says, you put up with it easily enough. He's going, who's bewitched you? That's what he says. Then Galatians 1:8, the apostle Paul says, but even if we or an angel from heaven comes to you and preaches a different gospel than the one you have received from us, let him be accursed. Keep all that in your head. Have nothing to do with spiritism, occult practices, because it opens the door for demons. Hey, watch out. People might come someday in the power of an evil spirit and preach to you a different Jesus than the one you received. And then, hey, heads up, someday something that looks like an angel of light may appear to you and preach a different gospel, a different way to salvation than the one you've received here. And then it just so happens that 1800 years later, a little kid named Joseph Smith starts messing around with things that seem to have to do with spiritism and the occult, opening some doors in his life. He's out in a field one day away and he comes back and he's like, man, this weird thing just happened. An angel of light just appeared to me. And guess what he did, man? He said that there are these little golden plates that have new revelation on them. And actually, everything that we've believed about Jesus for 1,800 years is wrong. And I learned about a new Jesus, a new way to think about Jesus, a new way to be saved, a different gospel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the exact fulfillment of everything the Old and New Testament said would happen. Spiritism and the occult, opening doors to unholy spirits, a different Jesus, and another gospel presented by an angel from heaven masquerading as an angel of light. And that is how you got the birth of Mormonism.
What do you think about that? Josh Howerton. What do you think about that? You know, I grabbed something here because I want to give something away. I was given 5 of these. This is it's provided by the Armed Services Ministry. Can you see that? Armed Services Ministry. I was given 5 of these, and I think I'm going to give them away because I can't read all 5. It is a Bible, and it says U.S. Veteran on the bottom. U.S. Veteran. The good thing about this is a King James Version. It's got extra large print. Extra large print. I've got 5. And if you're a veteran, I think you got to be a veteran to have it, or maybe have a family member that's a veteran, maybe your husband or something. I'm going to give 5 of these away. And if you're a veteran in the chat, the first 5 veterans that I don't know, speak up, send me an email, something along that. I'll send these to. I've only got 5, but I would like to send those to 5 veterans in the chat. Shoot me an email. My email is going right across the bottom, right? First 5 veterans that send me their address and what branch of service they were in. Let me ask you this. You know what? I saw this. Hold up. You are getting one. Pepsi Fiend. Son is a disabled veteran. You're getting one. Pepsi Fiend is getting one. First and foremost, Pepsi Fiend's getting one. Make sure I get my notebook. Send me an email. I'm sending out 5 of those. Okay. I've got 5. It's extra large print, which is so nice. Right? I opened it up to the book of Job randomly. Wow, hold up. This is prophetic that I opened it up to Job 21. Job asserts the prosperity of the wicked. 21 verse 2. Hear diligently my speech and let this be your consolation. Suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on. As for me is my complaint to man. And if it were so, why should not my spirit be troubled? Wow. It goes a little further. This is even more powerful. Even when I remember I'm afraid and trembling, take holdeth of my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, are mighty and powerful. Wow. Okay. Job 21. Send me an email. First 5 emails from veterans. Send me that. Terry Morris. I got one. Army from Tennessee. I'm going to need your address more than just Army from Tennessee. You're going to have to provide an address. I'm not, what do you call it? A prophet. Okay. I just got a response back from Neil Johnson and Doug TenNapel about auctioning off the Rush book. Is Corn Pop back in the channel? Oh God. Corn Pop, you're so gone. You're flushed. I can't deal with that person. Even when a Bible here on my desk, I can't deal with him. You're banished. Ben, start or stop your show with a scripture reading. Somebody put their address in here. Adrian, you got to email me, man. It's right at the bottom of the screen. You got to follow basic instructions. Do you know what Bible stands for? My grandfather told me this. Basic instruction before leaving Earth. That was what my grandfather told me Bible stood for. That's what he told me. It's one of the really most powerful things that he ever told me. Let's go here. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Feel free to give me a call. I might offend some people by reading scripture. I don't know. I've read the book of Enoch, very interesting, and I can see why they took it out of the Bible. Pity, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe the books of the Bible that are in the Bible, God put in the Bible. If God wanted the book of Enoch in the Bible, he would have put there. He would have put it there. Yeah, I just can't deal with corn pop, no matter how much no matter how much that I want to, I'm just not going to. I don't have to, really. I don't have to deal with that person. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Son is DAV. Pepsi Fiend, you make sure you send me an email. That'll go to your son. I've got 5 of them. All right, I got 4 left. 4 left. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Wyatt Earp. Wyatt Earp. I mod at the Benny Show. Wyatt Earp, let me ask you a question, Wyatt. Wyatt Earp, you mod at the Benny Show. Why did I get banned over there for asking a simple question? I got timed out like multiple times or nuked or whatever you want to call it. But Wyatt, I appreciate you. You're welcome here. Wyatt Earp 387. Do you want to mod here? I would add Wyatt Earp on here as a mod. Let's go right here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Yeah, this is Sandra Lowry.
Good
It's
morning,
all in
Sandra.
Indiana. Is this Ben?
Yes, ma'am. What would you like to say?
Well, I'll tell you what, I seen him advertise that Bible on TV. It's large print. I'm 76 years old, and my dad was a World War II veteran, and he was in the Battle of the Bulge. And I don't do email and all that stuff, but I'd sure like to have one of them Bibles.
Where do you live at?
I live in Sullivan, Indiana.
In Indiana. You're going to have to message me your address for me to send that.
Well, I can tell you.
I love
yes.
you. I am so proud.
Thank you.
I am
Yeah.
very proud of your father that served in World War II at the Battle of the Bulge. I
I
am so
am
proud.
too. I miss him so much. Okay, thank you.
When did your dad pass away, Sandra?
He died in 1999, and I believe he was 83 or 84.
He died in 1999, and you still miss him that much, don't you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. He served this country. I mean, he fought and died for us, and I am a patriot all the way.
Well, Sandra, I'm going to send you one of these. It is a veteran. It says U.S. veteran. This will go in honor of your dad. And I'm going to write something in there for you. What was your dad's name?
His name was Burl, B-E-R-Y-L, Reinard, R-I-N-A-R-D.
Well, this Bible is going to go to you, Sandra, in
I'm
honor of your dad, Burl Reiner. What branch of service did he serve in?
Oh my gosh. I can't remember right now, but anyway,
okay.
I'll lay it next to my heart. I'll tell you that.
It's on its way. I'll mail it out on Monday, Tuesday when the post office is open.
Okay, thank you very much. Tell Ben I love him.
I'm
okay?
Ben right here. You're talking to Ben.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Ben, you're great.
Ben,
I see it.
Sandra, I'm not a good human being, but every now and then, people get a peek behind the curtain and see that I'm a human.
Well, I could see the peak because you sound just like my father.
God bless you,
Exactly.
Sandra. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you.
I love you, Sandra. I love Sandra. We're going to send one of these to Sandra Lowry. in Sullivan, Indiana. Sullivan, Indiana. Sandra Burrell, or Sandra Lowry, in honor of her dad. She's in Sullivan, Indiana. I don't care if I gave out this lady's address. I'm sending her a Bible. Get over yourself, dude. Get over yourself, man. I don't care. Good. See, no matter what I do, there's always some retard that wants to crap on it. No matter what I do, I can't do anything right. You know what? I don't need you in this chat. Let's see here. Let's go. I'll get rid of you. I just don't care anymore. There are always people that are going to try to ruin everything. Just enjoy a little bit of life. Just that much of life. Just enjoy that much of the day. We just made Sandra's day. Okay? Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Let's go right here. Talk to me, line 2. What do you got, line 2?
Hey, Ben. This is Amish man Sam. Can you believe it?
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, that was damn wholesome what you done to that old lady.
I don't know if I did
You can
anything really amazing. I don't think I really did anything good. I don't know. What do you
Oh yeah, that was wholesome, man. That did me good. I was like listening to the show and I was like, man, I hope he gets her that Bible. And you didn't disappoint. Keep up the good work. That's all I had to say.
Are you Amish?
I am. So I'm of a more progressive type, but I listen to your show all the time.
I've got some friends that are Mennonites.
Yeah, they're very similar to us. They just different dress code, like a couple different like rules or whatever. But we're all of the Amish and Mennonite are going to be like conservative. So
right, okay.
Pretty much at the end of the day, we all believe the same stuff.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And my friends that are Amish, the one thing that I always make fun of them about, and we have good banter, they all drive black vehicles.
Yeah, they do. That's the thing. The Mennonites, though, would all drive black vehicles, and then Amish will drive black buggies.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, they're very similar. They come from the same. So it all started like in the Great Reformation, like in the 1532, I think. So the Mennonites actually were the original Amish, and then the Amish broke off from the Mennonites. So we're kind of the rebels, I guess.
The rebels. Shoot me an email. I'd love to add you into the Discord. I'd love to talk to you offline sometime.
All right, awesome. Keep up the good work, man.
God bless you. God bless you. Pennsylvania. Horse and buggy drive-by. I hear pounding. Is he building a shed? Probably was. I love it. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Let's go here. Talk to me, line 2.
Hey,
what do you got, line 2?
Ben, how you doing this morning? I'm tapping in here from Southern California.
Southern California. Are you near Skid Row? Are you near Skid Row?
Well, I actually am building a Skid Row for, myself, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. But like I said before, I'm from Palm Springs, and I moved here in California like 20 years ago, and it was not this progressive. Now, I don't even recognize what I see anymore. And I frankly like you offending me every morning because I get my coffee ready with you. So,
I don't try to offend anybody, but I am not the type of person to hold back my opinion. There's a lot of people that just want to make everybody comfortable, and they want to make everybody feel good about what's happening. And I think sometimes
you need a Donald Trump.
I think sometimes you just need to get punched in the face with reality.
That's exactly what happens. And oh yeah, and when I got out of prison, I had to get an ID. So miss me with that stuff.
Yeah.
So
I just literally think sometimes you just need a punch in the face with a big giant glove that says reality on it. That's what I think.
Here's a fun one. I had to ask my neighbor, dude, do you have papers? Are you here legally? Because, blah, blah, blah. And I just straight up asked her, are you here illegally or what?
Why not?
She say that again?
I said, why wouldn't you ask her? I agree with you 1,000%. Thank you for calling, sir. I'm going to grab a bunch more.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You be offended in Southern California. Thank you for calling. There we go. Southern California. Let's go line 2. What do we got, line 2? Line 2, the heavy breathing does not turn me on. Okay, we'll hang up on you. There we go. Line 2, heavy breather. I think the Zodiac Killer called in. Lines are open, 615. Let's go right here. Bruno up in Texas.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, Patriots. You know, this whole thing with Waltz and Fry asking the federal government to pay for all the damages that the rioters did? Are you kidding me? What kind of drugs are you idiots on?
Oh, Bruno, we deserve to pay for their destruction.
Man, I got to pay enough stinking garbage in this stupid state with taxes. I mean, we pay $2.79 a gallon on gas. We're getting whacked between 24 and 25 cents a gallon in state tax.
Right.
We have to pay an excise tax on our vehicle. All right. And they're talking about increasing it possibly another 15 to 25%. I just got this year's excise tax bill, $75.
Let me ask
on
you
a
this.
2016 vehicle.
Let me ask you this. The minute that the governor of Minnesota and the mayor of Minneapolis said, we don't want ICE here, that's when they declined federal taxes and federal help. That's my opinion. What is yours?
Yep, exactly. 100%. I agree completely. They are responsible for every bit of damage to every single facility that happened under their watch. They did this.
God bless you, Bruno.
God bless you, brother.
Take care. Semper Paratus. That's a Coast Guard veteran that called in right there. Lines are open, 615-475. I got a comment here. Line 2. What do we got, line 2?
Hi, this is Gilbert here in Utah. I'm
morning,
a
sir.
21-year Army U.S. veteran.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service too, being a submariner.
I was a dummy. They talked me into it. I had no idea what I was going into, literally.
Like, I could never understand why somebody would want to spend all that time in a can.
I still don't understand it, but I'll tell you this. It was the greatest Navy career I could have ever dreamed of. What would you like to say
Amen,
this morning,
brother.
sir? What would you like to say?
Yep. That's the greatest experience of my life too, being in the Army all those years.
What years were you in the Army?
I was in there from 86 to 2007.
86 to 2007.
Well, no, I say, 2007 I retired.
What did you do in the Army? What was your MOS?
I was
is what it's called.
tank turret mechanic.
Wow. Were you Desert
worked
Storm?
No, I didn't go. We were going to go, and then it happened so fast. They told us
100 hours. 100 hours.
Yep.
100 hours.
Yeah, we
Storm and
actually had
Norman
all
did not play around.
No. Yeah, that's right. And we actually had all our equipment loaded on the ship in the port of Tacoma, and then we stood guard there for about a week, and then nothing happened. And they said, "Oh no, take all the equipment off," and so we brought it back home.
I've got a coin here. I've got a challenge coin here that somebody sent me. That is a Hell on Wheels challenge coin.
Oh hell yeah!
And it's
Those are
made
cool.
out of the steel from a tank. It's made out of the
Really?
steel from a tank. Yeah. I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find it. I think it rolled. Yeah, here it is right here. Aha. The one challenge coin that fell out of the jar rolled across the floor. Let me see if I can find this. It says 99 hours to victory. 24 February 1991. On the back, it says 1st Armored Division, Desert Storm. A veteran that I'm a veteran service officer. So this is the challenge coin. Can you see it on the TV right there?
Hang on.
1st Armored Division, Desert Storm.
I'm a veteran service. I got to turn this volume down. Hold on.
I'm holding it up right there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
and it's made out of steel from a tank. It says 99
Oh, that's
hours to
badass.
victory. And
That is so cool.
some Army veteran that I helped with his VA claim, he served under Schwarzkopf, like in his, I don't know what you call it in the Army. He served under that. You worked on
The
Abrams
Ordnance Corps?
tanks? Did you work on Abrams tanks?
I worked on Abrams tank and the Bradley.
Will you do me a favor?
Sure.
Email me. I don't need this. I'd rather it go to somebody that this means something to. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Shoot me an
How do
email.
I get the email?
I'll put my email up at the bottom of the screen. I'll put my email right there. It's going across the screen right now. Email me your address. I'll send this to you. I mean,
all right.
It means a lot to me because he gave it to me, but I feel like it's kind of going home if somebody else is in the chat that participated in this. I feel like it's found the right place. I feel like you and I were talking for a reason. Okay. I'm going to send that to you.
Cool.
All right.
I'd like to get one of those books too that you were.
How about I
offering
put
up.
it with a Bible? I'll put it inside of a Bible and send it to you.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
God bless you. Only
God
if
bless
you
you
say
too.
go Navy, beat Army.
Go Army, beat Navy.
I knew you were going to do it. God bless you. It's in the mail. God bless you. It's in the mail. There you go. I'll send them that coin. This is a Hell on Wheels coin. 1st Armored Division. I think that's out of, it says Old Ironsides, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. But I'm going to send that to them. It's got a picture of a tank on it, I think. 99 hours to victory. That's all it took. That's all it took. I'm feeling generous today, I guess. Somebody says I was trying to call and tell you God bless you made my wife cry. She said you're sweet. What? Don't get all emotional with me in here, Florida trucker. We ain't got time for that. Lines are open, 615-475. I'm down to 3 Bibles, so I'm going to pick 3 people to send those to. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Yeah, I'm a sweetheart on Valentine's Day. Let's go Paratrooper. What do you got, Paratrooper?
Good morning, brother. God bless you, man. That was very heart-touching and moving. So that's enough about that. But anyway, that SAVE Act, I believe that'll be the end of the Democrat Party. If they can't rig and steal the elections, they're lost. And,
I think once illegals become useless to them, they don't care about them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't care about anybody but themselves. As long as it lines their pockets, they're happy.
It's weird though, isn't it?
Yeah, it truly is. And it's sad. It's as far as I'm concerned, they're complete traitors, public hangings or gallows, something, it's really disheartening. And I'd love to see people pay some consequences up there in the top 10,
Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of arrests and a lot of consequences, but we need to make sure the people at the top understand that they can't get away with what they've been doing to the American
Paratrooper,
people.
thank you for your call, brother. I appreciate you. God bless you. Happy Valentine's Day, you ugly bastard. Take care.
Yeah, I asked if you'd be my Valentine. You never answered.
Absolutely. Let's hot rack. Take care. There you go. There we go. Lines are open. 615. Let's go. Paul in Colorado. What you got, Paul?
Hey, long time no hear, Ben.
Yes, sir. What would you like to say, Paul?
When you were talking about Bannon earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think just because he's in the Epstein files doesn't mean anything. He did an interview with Epstein. The reason why it hasn't been released is because except for what they released from the DOJ, is because CBS and 60 Minutes owns that video. And he would have released that. And he said this publicly, when it came up. He has nothing to hide. And the thing about Bannon, as you know, that's one of the guys I watch on a daily basis, is Bannon doesn't talk about the incident. He always talks about the process and the system to get everybody to understand that it's not about what a politician says. It's about the system that allows the politician to be in power.
What do you think about him joking about pedophilia?
I'm totally against pedophilia. I'm totally against. I don't think. But are we talking about Bannon being a participant in that? I don't think he was. And
I
it would
hope
take
he's
a lot
not. But the
And I
signs
just-
are
I mean-
pointing to the signs are pointing to a lot of problems. I mean, this email right here from Epstein to Bannon. Bannon replies, "I'm now a three-adjuted devil, disgraced, reviled pedo. As long as they don't call me fat, I'm fine." Oh, that's Epstein emailing Bannon. Bannon sends back, "Who said you had a good side?" I mean, you're joking with with something really horrible. I don't know, man.
No, and I get it, but it's really hard to put it in context. What the relationship was, and I'm not. Trust me, I am not trying to. If you're a pedophile, there's like no depth of hell that you are justified to, or not justified to see. And I 100% say that the children are more important than anything, and I'm conflicted because even if you get all the information and the truth comes out, so there's so much ambiguity in Epstein as it is. It's not even funny. And what I'm more interested in, like with Mike Benz, I don't know if you ever follow Mike Benz or not, but he's like one of my favorite follows too, because this has got CIA and all that stuff all over it. And you were in the service and whatever, and I'm sure you've had. I don't even want to guess, but the CIA doesn't think in terms of right or wrong.
Paul,
right?
I'm going to let you go, man. I
And-
really appreciate you. I know we could go down a rabbit hole about about all that, but I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
All
God
right,
bless
well, you have a good one.
God
All right,
bless you.
bye.
Question everything. Question everything. Mike Benz seems pretty good dude. I think he seems pretty locked on. I don't want to defend Bannon because I think there's a lot of stuff going around about Bannon that just make me, as someone with a daughter, makes my skin crawl. Makes my skin crawl with that one. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Feel free. Let's go here. Line 2. What do you got, line 2? The heavy breathing does not turn me on. What do you got?
Well, I got through to you. I was trying to call you on my landline. You tell me the goose.
Okay, what would you like to say? Let's go.
Oh,
Call back when you're prepared to talk. Call back when you're ready to talk. How about that one? There we go. That's what I say. Let's go. Tommy Guitar Man. What do you got, Tommy?
Hey, good morning, Bill. Good morning, everyone. Hey, Bannon is rotten. Now, let me say this. Okay, you guys know me a little bit. I've told you I was a pilot. I'm 100% honest with you. I have 222 hours in the Lolita Express as a co-pilot, building hours. I grew up in Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, Tahoe. I worked for the guy. Bannon was in the airplane. Now, I'm Martin Peter Radcliffe, Steve Bannon, and you were in the airplane, and I'm in the logbook with him, giggling and laughing. No women that time. I had 222 hours. I never saw any women, but they were giggling and laughing, all of them. There's guys I didn't know. And Bannon, on top of that, I do believe that he also is involved in working against Trump.
He was
And I have
leaking a
reasons
lot of
for
stuff. That is proven.
I'm
That
not
is
going to get
proven.
into it.
Tommy,
Okay?
thank you
I'm
for
not gonna
calling.
get into it.
Appreciate
You're
you,
welcome.
brother.
You're welcome.
God
Okay.
bless you. I think he did. I think he was working against Trump. I almost said Tommy. There you go. Lines are open 615-475-7864. Feel free. Let's go here. Line 4.
Hello, Ben. This is James from a communist state of Virginia.
Oh, your
How
life
you
is
doing
getting
this
bad.
morning?
Your life is getting bad. What you got?
I got a couple of things. The first is I've been watching you all morning. You do an excellent job. Kamala Harris and the Cortez lady, they're not pure communists. They're not going to be able to run for president. Your pure communist is your governor of California and our beloved comrade Abigail Spanberger of Virginia.
Mhm.
The latest thing that our communist government is doing is they are now going after Confederate statues. They're going to make it illegal to have a Confederate flag in a cemetery. They're going to ban the old Dixie songs. They're going to stop the folks that have Confederate organizations having tax-free exemption. And
Yeah, like
so
the sons and daughters of the Confederacy. I heard they were going to pull
yeah,
that.
they're going to pull that. And, you know, I'm in Martinsville, Virginia, which is a whole different story right here. But we have a Confederate cemetery here. I mean, it's beautiful. And we got a lot of tombstones that have Confederate flags on them. So I guess we must desecrate those tombstones and get them up.
Yeah, because
Maybe
those
they should
people
pass a law to dig up
because
the
those people
Confederate
were not
soldiers.
American heroes.
The birth of
they
Mormon.
were not American heroes. We have to get rid of them, right?
We got to get rid of them. But Ben, I tell you what, the stuff they're doing, and I've been predicting it right on track. I'm gonna make another prediction right now. I think the next thing they're going to work on is they're going to pass some kind of assisted suicide law for senior citizens in the state of Virginia.
They did it in
I think they're
Canada
gonna
for
move towards
veterans.
that.
They did it in Canada for veterans.
Yeah, for veterans in Canada. I think we're going to do something like that in Virginia. But I tell you what, one other thing, they better be praying and thank God that Trump is the president. He's the only thing from keeping the bad from coming out.
Hey,
Once
I appreciate
that
you
hope
calling,
is gone,
brother.
thank you. Have a good
James,
day.
God bless you. Take care. Keep fighting the fight. There we go. Guys, gals, girls, it's the Ben Dyke Show. Y'all give a big shout out to Wyatt Earp. I added Wyatt as a moderator. I think we need a marshal in here. We need a marshal. Guys, I got to get out of here. I have got a lot to do. I appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. And God bless you. I'll go through the emails. I've got 3 Bibles left to send. You guys take care.